was trying to put it somewhere where I can see y'all. Hold on. Trying to find something to get taller. Hold on, y'all. Put it up here. Should have had this together, huh? That looks a little better. Then I put that right there so it won't go nowhere. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay. I hope I got my chats on. I did. I checked it, I think. Just waiting until somebody at least pop in. Because I saw a post. And I said I was going to do a topic on this. I should have waited until Wednesday's coffee with me, because I am starting that series back Wednesday. So I think I'm gonna start filming like Lord's willing tomorrow, and then so I can post it on Wednesday. So yeah, do a pre-filming, because I was trying to film my coffee and me chats in the morning before the kids come, and post it and all that stuff, and it was just too much hectic stuff. So hello. So I was just like, overwhelmed. But welcome to the live. Show me some love. Talk to me. Tap that like button for me. Hello. Thank you for the love. Happy Sunday to everybody. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I should have got my microphone, but I'm not gonna be on here too long. I was going to do just a little video. I got a cold sore, y'all. I don't know where the cold sore came from, out of nowhere on Friday. Do you hear me? And I didn't call for sneeze. It may was something in me trying to come up, and it just formed a cold sore. But it's getting better. It was worse. But anyways, I just wanted to touch on this topic. At Joanne779, she commented on one of my video where I had about God is good, this and that, and everybody was commenting or what have you. And thank you. And she was commenting, and she commented actually on one of the videos. And I say, I gotta touch bases. And she says she's not, doing too good. She don't, I guess not, can relate, because her deliberating anxiety. I had to touch on it. I couldn't type that much. I'm like, I'm going to do a live, and I promised I did a live today. God granted me another day, and I did this live to talk to whoever's going through, especially Joanne. Oh my gosh, y'all. Back in 2000, okay? I was going through problems, with my now husband. He was my guy, boyfriend, but now husband. And no, not even a husband. Duh. We was married since now. I'm tripping, y'all. Anyway, my husband, we was going through problems, okay? We was freshly, married. We was married for I would say 4 years, and up to 2000, things started taking a little twist or what have you. And it was a lot of stress on me, a lot of stress. Anxiety comes from the stress, comes from things that you're, dealing with in, life. But you have to know how to work that anxiety. You got to know how to control it. And, and I can't speak for everybody about, for us how they control their anxiety, but I'm just talking in reference to me, how learned to deal with the anxiety, y'all. Okay. And it started happening. I was working at this company called May Company. You know, it wasn't stressful at all. May Company, I was collecting on past due credit card bills and making bonuses and big time money and stuff, but I was still dealing with the stress at home. And it started just, getting to me or what have you. And I didn't know what it was. I started feeling like faint, hot flashes, heart palpitating real fast, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, okay. I drink water. Then I had to go to they was calling the ambulance all the time at the job, going to the hospital for the doctor to say, there's nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with your heart. You ain't having a heart attack. Doesn't make you feel like you're having a heart attack. And, he put me on some medication or what have you during that stay at the hospital. And then it started just continue to, grow. So he, referred me to go to my doctor and get it checked out. And yes. And y'all, my daughter, she was diagnosed with diabetes. Okay, there was another, stress adding on to the stress I was going through with my husband at home. So she was diagnosed with diabetes, type 1 diabetes, insulin dependent. And it was just, she was young, and I had to deal with the stresses of her, eating right, and the caseworker, her doctors. Every time I take her to the doctor or whatever appointments, her sugars was like skyrocket out of control, and they was talking about taking her away from me, and because I wouldn't, maintaining her diabetes correctly. And I'm like, there was a lot of stress. So fast forward, I went to my doctor, what have you, and stuff, and he was telling me that, I have to find a way to relieve the stress or what have you. He put me on some medication. It was called hydroxyzine. That's what it is, hydroxyzine. So it's a small little dose. I think it was like 10 milligrams. So I was taking the medication, y'all, and I can't stand medicine. I cannot stand medicine. So I took it. It relieved my little stress for a minute, but then like maybe the next hour I started having it again. So my body started getting used to that. It started getting used to the medicine, and I'm steady pumping myself with the medicine. I'm like, you know what? It was to a point where I could go through a drive-through, and a car could be in front of me, and a car could be in the back of me, and I get claustrophobic. I start panicking. I couldn't go through a drive-through and sit there. When I go to church, I had to sit on the end row. I couldn't be close to no one. I couldn't be all, just closed in. I had to sit on the end. Elevators, I couldn't get on elevators. I had to take the stairs. Escalators, couldn't get on escalators. Be around a large crowd. I sheltered myself in place at home. I started sheltering myself in place where if I wanted something, my husband would go get something for me. I couldn't go off for a while. And that took place, y'all, for like a whole year. I was being like that. And as the years went by, the months went by, and the years went by, I'm like, something gotta give. I gotta find a way to beat this. I gotta find a way to control it, when it comes to, because sometimes, anxiety, it comes on, like, whoa, where is it come from, I can drive on a highway. I used to could drive on a highway, just 4 miles, just be flying, going down the highway, y'all, by myself. Now, I still do deal with a mild anxiety. I can't drive on a highway. I will not get on the highway, because when I'm on a highway, my husband and my daughters can't understand. When I'm on a highway, it's too much going on. It's just the cars going both directions, the trees, the traffic. It's just, and I have to pay attention to the cars and all that stuff, and the other people driving. So it's like, I can't. I start getting dizzy, feel like I'm about to faint. And I'm not about to be behind the wheel and I hurt myself and no one else, So I don't drive on the highway to this point. If I'm driving like to a Dollar General that's like 5 minutes away around the corner, I can do that. But if it's like somewhere where I got to go kind of far away, I have to have somebody in the car with me if I'm gonna drive. I have little spells sometimes where it just come about when I'm just like dizzy, like I have to catch myself. I just get dead. I thought it was like my blood pressure. I thought it was like just something, I don't know. So my blood was low. I thought it was the blood low. I went to the doctor. Everything checked out. They said it's anxiety. You know, it's the effects of the anxiety where your body sometimes just, you know, have those type of symptoms out of nowhere. If I'm driving somewhere like to Dollar General and I cross a bridge to now, as I'm speaking, if I go I have to cross a little bridge, a little short bridge. I have to get on the phone to veer my mind away from what I'm about to do, to talk to somebody on the phone. I even go so far to put the phone up to I'm telling y'all, this is my life story. I have to put the phone up to my head. If nobody answers who I'm trying to call, I put the phone up to and pretend like I'm talking, and I'm talking to myself to veer my mind away from me going over the bridge. That's just me. I find different ways to veer my mind. My sister goes through this. When she's on the highway, she can drive. She can drive. Different symptoms. Anxiety has different type of symptoms and does people different ways. So she can drive, but if she feel that palpitation coming on and she feel like sweaty, she'll call me, and it'll veer her away from how she's feeling, and she can make it through her, you know, drive going wherever she needs to go. It's something that's about getting your mind off the anxiety, what's going on, veering your mind somewhere else. Like my daughter, she goes through it too. She said, I can't just lay down because it makes it worse. But I can lay down if I feel that my heart is going fast or whatever, and I feel kind of dizzy, and I feel some type of little mild anxiety going on. I lay down and I look at Good Times. I look at a cartoon. I look at something that's funny that's going to get my mind off of the anxiety. So if you are going through this, I don't know what type of steps you have, you know, you tried or what have you. You got to find a way to veer your mind away from that anxiety, because that anxiety is no joke. It makes you sick. You have the nervous bowels. You have sweaty palms, hands, just sweating out of nowhere, feeling dizzy, like you're about to faint. And your mind making you think that you're about to have a heart attack, all that. But you got to understand that it's anxiety. You got to control it. The mind is a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing, but you got to find a way to control your anxiety. I don't take medications no more. I don't take that hydroxyzine. Slow down, girl. Hydroxyzine. The only way I take it is when I'm about to get on the airplane, and I take a half of one. I know you're supposed to break them up, but I'm gonna take a half of one because I don't want to be put to sleep. So I take a half of one, and it calms my nerves down. That's the only time I take it. Everyday life, I don't take it. I find a way to balance myself, do things that's gonna, you know, keep my mind going. You know, and I know we're gonna have problems in life. I know there's problems in life. There's so much things that people are going through, and there's so much things that I'm going through that you don't see, you know. And I listen to my gospel music. That's why y'all see me on here listening to my gospel music, or you see me cooking. I love to try new things, you know, with my family, with my daycare kids or what have you. I like to, you know, come down in the daycare when I'm feeling anxious or what have you, because it have your mind just racing. You got to do something. You got to do it. You got to do it like this. You got to do it. You got to do it. Get it in order. And sometimes I have to like calm myself down or what have you. But I come down here, and this is my sanctuary. I love, you know, coming down and doing things and getting prepared for things or what have you for the next day or what have you. You know, just to get my mind off of it. Puzzles. I can't focus when I'm reading a book. For some reason, I have a book collection upstairs, y'all, and I cannot focus when I'm reading a book. I'm always reading a book, starting off reading a book, and then I'm like, And I go and put that book down and go do something. I'm like, I was reading a book. So, you have to find a way to take control of it. Don't let anxiety take control of you. Take control of that. Don't let anxiety cripple you. Because anxiety crippled me at one point. It crippled me. I wanted to go out of town. I missed out on taking trips with my kids when they were younger because I allowed anxiety to cripple me. I would not go out. Certain movies I can't watch. It got down in my spirit and it just started messing with me. So I just wanted to, jump on her, and I'm hoping that this helps you, Joanne. I hope this, helps you, let you know that you're not the only one who's going through it. And don't let nobody think that tell you that you're crazy because, they tried to talk me into talking to a psychiatrist. No, I'm not crazy. I'm not. I'm not crazy. It's just all the stress that builds up. And, and everybody deals with anxiety. But sometimes some anxieties are severe, where you have to be put on medication, or just severe where it cripples you, where you just don't want to leave the house. But I had to take control, baby. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, when I feel it coming on, I give me a little glass of water, I sit my tail down, and I look at me a nice little funny show, or I do a puzzle or something, or I get on the phone and start talking on the phone, until that feeling goes away. So, I don't know what symptoms that you do have, you know what I'm saying? But you have to find a way to take control. Take control of your situation. And it's better said than done, but you do have to find a way. Don't let nobody say, well, you got to take medication for the rest of your life. You're going to be always, dealing with this. No, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I rebuke any type of illness, any type of thing that try to hinder a person, so I rebuke it. And whatever tried to come upon me or what have you, illness or what type of anxiety, it'll try to, but it'll flee. Because that's why I'm so hyper. I'm a hyper person, and that's why I'm so jolly. I mean, people will say, why are you so jolly? Why you wake up? I woke up to another day. I thank God. I thank God I'm able to use my limbs, talk, speak, do my daily chores. I'm just that way. I've always been jolly, No matter what I'm going through, I'm still gonna be jolly. And I'm not gonna let anxiety take control of me. I'm not. So I hope this video helped someone, and especially Joanne. I'm like, I had to do this video. I had to do this video. So yeah, that's I'm gonna take back too for his driving. I'm gonna get back to driving on that highway. With the help of the Lord, I'm gonna get back driving. I miss driving on the highway, because when I'm going somewhere, and then too, when I'm on the highway riding with someone, ooh, baby, that gives me so much anxiety. It seems like they're about to hit another car about to come over. I get to jumping. I'm like, my husband tells me all the time, you need to sit in the back. Or he'll be considerate, like, okay, I'm not gonna go too fast, but I can't go 40 miles per hour on the highway. And my kids, that's why I barely drive with them, because Mama, close your eyes, because I got to drive. So, that's one thing that really gets me when I'm riding with someone, too, on the highway. But, yeah, you got to take control. You got to find some way to grab it and throw it. That anxiety. Grab it when it comes about and throw it. Steer your mind somewhere else. If you like sewing, if you like cooking, if you like even sensory stuff, Play-Doh, sensory things, things to get your hands going or whatever. It's not only for, kids or what have you, for grown people too, when they're having anxiety. Get things in your hand and squeeze stuff or what have you, and I don't know, color, to get your mind off of it. So that's my little story. That's my little, take on anxiety. I'm not an expert, but I do go through it. I do. I get overwhelmed sometimes when I have the kids too. When there's a lot of screaming and they're just not like out of control or this and that. I have to like sometimes just sit them down and we watch. We have a movie night, a movie day, and yes, we have a movie day. Like Mondays, coming off the weekend, we have a movie day. We may come and do different things, but it's not intense. A lot of stuff going on Mondays. I have to like, calm myself down too. And we look at movies or the color, do Play-Doh things or what have you. But yeah, that's how I deal with my anxiety, y'all. That's how I deal with my anxiety. And I'm going to keep on finding ways to control it, to get through it. You got to get through it. You got to push your way through. Don't just sit there and let anxiety take over. Don't just sit there. You got to push your way through it. Find a way to push your way through. Push your way through. And don't stop until you get all the way through. And I ain't going to say that, anxiety won't come upon you, but you got to find a way to, get through it. Relieve whatever's you may be stressing over. Sometimes you got to relieve that. You got to find a way to relieve that stress that's causing your anxiety. If it's work, if it's family, what have you. You got to find a way to, maneuver and relieve it. Sometimes you got to delete stuff. Because I was on the verge of deleting things. I couldn't delete my daughter, her little situation. But I wasn't on the verge of deleting things with my husband. Yes, I'm being real with you. And I told him, you're not about to send me to a cuckoo house. You need to straighten up, baby. And this was, years ago. And he straightened up. So, I'm not, and it's still, take effect. The anxiety's still there, but he helps me out with the anxiety. He talks me through it when I do have little mild anxieties or whatever. He give me a little water, give me a little towel to put on my little neck and stuff, So, yeah, I'm about to get off of here. Actually, it's what? 11:42 Central Time. And I'm about to do some things. I already I posted it on the, what do you call that? The community post. I posted my September calendar. If you want to look at it, I'm about to make my October. I don't know about November, December. I'm still thinking about things, but October. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to my this Friday, because this Friday I am closed if the Lord says the same. So I got 4 days. I was doing my little menu, y'all, and I was hold on. I was doing my little menu, and I was trying to figure out I'm like, okay, we're gonna have takeout pizza. I was gonna order some pizza. I'm thinking to myself like, I'm closed Friday. I don't need to do a menu for Friday. I'm closed. So, yeah. I'm going to take that time because I got to go get a real ID, y'all. A real ID. And just chill. Maybe go and grab a bite to eat with my daughter and just chill. But, yeah. That's my live video. I haven't did a live video in a minute. I do thank y'all for watching my videos. I do thank y'all for commenting on my videos, liking my videos, sharing my videos. I'm working on a couple of videos of my Target haul and something else that I'm working on. I just be doing videos, random videos, y'all, to get some content out there to keep going. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this live. Thank y'all for jumping on. I hope Joanne 779 see this video. I'm gonna try to tag her in the comments if she haven't jumped on yet. I don't think she did. But yeah, try to tag in the comment. I try to stay on for a minute for people to jump on because, if you don't go live too often, YouTube ain't gonna like push it out there and give notifications. But I'm pretty sure that some of y'all got your bells, put them tap them bells. So yeah, but I'm finna go ahead and do this so I can do nothing else. I was sitting outside and feel so good. It's like 65 degrees out today. So I'm gonna go back and sit out. But I did say I was gonna do a live video here, and then I'm gonna do a live video on TikTok so I can do a room tour. Um, but I gotta straighten up. I want to do a room tour live right now, but I gotta straighten up a good couple days first. I got some stuff from Friday I ain't straightened up yet. That's life. Once them kids leave on Friday, I close the door. So, yeah. Now this computer want to go slow. It wants to update. Wow. But I am about to get some. I gotta put the order in for our t-shirts because October around the corner, y'all. Two. September and October. September. Do we, I hope it didn't mess up my audio, but I